Hi, I'm Bebo.
And I'm Jameson.
And today we're going to play a game of Sonic the Hedgehog Battle Racers. So to start the game, each player is going to be dealt 4 agility cards, and then there will be 4 of these cards placed face up in front of the table. These will allow players to replenish their hands at the end of their turns. Before starting the game, you'll need to decide who the starting player is, and of course that is determined by the last player who most recently played Sonic the Hedgehog, the video game.
Which I think was me. I was playing it yesterday.
Right.
So that means I get to go first, which means I get to pick who I'm going to play, and I'm going to pick Knuckles.
And I'm going to pick Sonic.
And since you're second, you get to pick where you start.
Yes, and I'm going to start in the very first row here because of Sonic's special ability.
Okay, and I'm just going to go somewhere a little far away from you, just to stay out of your way.
Okay, fair enough. Let's begin. This game is a simultaneous action game, and so that means that we're all going to be placing our cards face down in the middle of the table and then revealing them at the same time. Now, it's also important to note that at the beginning of the game, there will only be these 2 pieces of the track revealed. That's because, obviously, you're going to be turning around this corner and you wouldn't be able to see what's around the turn. So once we pass that corner, then the other 2 stretches of the track will be revealed, and there will be a total of 6 pieces of track before the finish line, along with the 2 different turns. Round 1. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right, place your card face down, and flip.
I have a 10 shift.
And I have a 7 sprint, so that means he's going to go first because his number is higher than mine.
Cool. All right, and I'm going to choose to increase my speed by 1, and then I'm going to do my mandatory movement and jump 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all right, and now that I played my card, now I will discard that, draw another one from the communal pot here, and then replenish it.
So I'm then going to take my action of playing this 7 sprint, and that adds 2 to my speed. Now, Sonic's special ability says that when Sonic gains a speed from a race card, he may increase his speed by 1. I'm choosing not to do that because if I do, I would run into this rock. So I'm only going to increase it to 5. I'm going to stop on this accelerator, and that will increase my speed by 1 for the next turn, which I will gladly accept.
Good play.
So then I need to replenish my hand, and I'm going to take this 29 spin. Then we go to the next turn.
All right.
Let's pick another card and place it face down. Round 2.
Okay, so I'm going to play my 51 spring, but I have a spinner in front of me, and if I do my action and movement and jump, I will be hit by him. So I'm actually going to choose to jump 1 to the left. Then I'm going to continue jumping for 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And safely land right in front of this crab meat.
Perfect.
Now that I'm done moving, I'm going to replenish my hand, and I'm going to draw this 61 spin and replace it. All right, your turn.
Okay, great. I'm going to use my 24 power card, and Sonic's special power is Sonic Boost, and it says, when using this power, Sonic cannot be damaged, ignores elevation, and can destroy rocks. This means I'm going to blast through this rock, and I'm already going 6 speed, so I'm really going to get moving here.
Yeah, you are.
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
However, I collect 2 rings and pass over 3 accelerators, so that then boosts my speed up to 9 and allows me to collect 3 total points for the end of the game. Then I'm going to discard my 24 power and replenish my hand. I'm going to take this 8 power card because I really like Sonic's power.
It is very strong.
Round 3. Okay,
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Reveal.
Reveal. All right. I have a 61 spin.
And I have a 29 spin.
Ooh, okay. I go first again. I'm going to choose to start spinning so I can blast through this crab meat. And I'm going to run forward. 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you hit an accelerator, so you'll be accelerating twice.
You're right. So I move up to 6. Cool.
Great. I'm going to start spinning as well because I don't need any more speed. I'm maxed out, which allows me to kill this crab meat and move forward 9 spaces, which is honestly going to be a little too fast. I think I'm going to get myself in some hot water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which puts me in shallow water. Indeed.
Pretty good.
And that is important because it is the same elevation as the ground, and I'm not in deep water, so I don't have to technically jump out of there to escape. I just have to figure out how I'm going to get my speed back up, because anytime that you do hit water, your speed immediately drops down to 2, unlike if you hit a wall, in which case your speed would immediately drop down to 1.
Yep, a snail's pace.
Round 4. All right, let's select a card.
Ready?
Yes.
Go. Ready
And reveal.
I have a 19 spring.
And I have a 44 spin dash.
All right, you're
So
up.
currently my speed is only 2. I'm going to use spin dash, which says spin, and if your current speed is 1 or 2, then you can increase your speed by 3, which allows me to move my speed up to 5. And then I jump and spin over this water area, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am just wrecking you today.
Cruising along. You want to replenish?
Yep.
Cool. And while she's doing that, I'm going to begin my turn, which I did a 19 spring. So I'm going to choose to run because I have a crab meat in front of me. And if I jump above him, he's going to pinch me and I will lose the little rings I do have currently. But I'm moving at 6 speed, so we are going to cruise. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6. Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, turns out I actually landed out right in front of a buzz bomber. And when that happens, a buzz bomber is going to hit the
3 spaces directly in front of him.
Thank you. Thank you. And so I get hit, which is going to, much like the video game, spew my rings everywhere around me. And really I only have 1, so that's not too bad. And that's just going to actually start right where I got hit. And I get to move up 1 out of the way because
you can't stay in a space where you're being hit.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Let's move to the next turn. Round 5.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, flip.
I have a 9 break.
And I have a 30 boost. So I'm going to go first, and this is going to allow me to jump 1 space over. I'm going to jump into this lane 5 because I see all of those rings there, and they look rather tasty.
That's where all the rings are.
And this will allow me to move forward 5 spaces, which also allows me to keep my speed. It's important to note that when you're moving into this turn, your maximum speed cannot go above the number in the lane that you are currently moving into.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I collect these 2 rings and put them on my board.
So I'm going to play a 9 break. I'm anticipating going into the water, so I'm already ready to slow down because I'm going to slow down. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my speed down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that puts me at the 2, which would happen when you hit the water anyways. So we're good there, and I'm going to move forward, or technically jump 2 spaces into the deep water. Whee! Splash. So now I'm going to discard and replenish my hand, and we'll move on to the next round.
Round 6.
I have a 64 power.
And I have an 8 power, and I have to say the reason why I chose 8 power is because I don't know what's coming around this corner until after I've gotten out of it. So now we're going to reveal the next 2 pieces of the track and show everybody what happens.
Cool.
When you reveal the next portion of the track, you'll want to have a bag of your badniks. And what you're going to do then is shake this bag up and place them onto the board randomly. In a 2 to 3 player game, you're going to be putting badniks onto every single Dr. Eggman symbol on the board. However, when playing with more than 3 players, you'll only be placing them on the red ones.
So now that we've revealed the second stent of the track, I'm going to go ahead and take my turn, which was a 64 power, and I'm going to activate Knuckles' power, which is Power Glide, which is perfect for when you're stuck in the water. So, Power Glide says, when using this power, if Knuckles jumps this turn, he may increase or decrease his speed by 3. Well, considering I'm going pretty slow, I'm going to increase my speed by 3. 1, 2, 3, up to 5. And I'm going to jump out of the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the turn. Which I'm in the 3rd lane, which will slow me down to 3. Cool. And I will replenish my hand.
Cool. So I'm now going to play my 8 power card, and what that allows me to do is ignore elevation, not be damaged, and destroy rocks. So I'm going to spin around this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right into trouble.
Technically, but it says here with my sonic boost that I can't be damaged, so that buzz bomber can't actually deal me any damage this turn.
Drats. Next time.
All right, let's go to the next turn and replenish our hands.
Cool.
Round 7.
Okay, ready?
I'm sort of ready. Let's go.
Cool.
Okay, let's reveal.
Let's do it.
What?
I got a 14 boost.
And I got a 22 boost.
Oh, all right. You're
Great minds. All right, so I'm going to jump one space over into this far left lane, and then I'm going to run for my life 5 spaces, which will place me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right under the spinner.
Which keeps you safe. He would damage you if you were jumping.
If I were jumping. However, I did hit 2 decelerators, so I'm going to have to decrease my speed from 5 down to 3. And then it's your turn.
All right. So I'm going to play my 14 boost, and this sounds crazy, but I'm actually going to jump to my right into even the slower lane, the 2, but I'm looking ahead, and it actually looks like the safer route. And then I'm going to run 2 spaces. That is a real tight turn. And replenish my hand.
Great. Round 8. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
And reveal. I got a 48 power.
And I have a 47 sprint, so you go first just barely.
All right. And so I'm going to, again, activate Knuckles' power because I need some speed. And when I activate it, I can increase or decrease my speed by 3. So we're going to get moving here. 1, 2, 3. I'm back up to 5. And I'm going to jump because I have the option between running or jumping, and I have to jump to increase my speed with Knuckles' power. So we're going to jump 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm just in front of a ring. And I jumped over that deaccelerator, so it doesn't actually affect me. And I'm going to replenish my hand. It's your turn.
Perfect. I'm going to take my 47 sprint, and this says I may increase my speed by 2, but I'm also going to take advantage of my light speed, which says when I gain speed from a race card, I can increase my speed by 1. So I'm actually going to move 6 spaces, continuing to run under the spinner. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and take this ring and stop right before that water.
See that? Hopefully you can hop over it next turn.
I sure hope so. Let's see if I've planned far enough ahead. Round 9.
What to play, what to play, what to play.
All right,
ready?
I'm ready.
Cool.
And reveal.
I got a 62 boost.
And I have a 4 spin dash.
All right, you'll have to wait your turn. So I have the option to either jump 1 space or increase my speed by 1. I'm going to increase my speed by 1 and actually run. Now that sounds counterintuitive because there's a rock in front of me. But Knuckles has an awesome ability. See those little spikes on his fist? Mm-hmm. Well, he's got an ability called Spike Fist, and when running, Knuckles does not collide with any elevation that is 1 higher than the level he's currently on. And a rock counts as 1 level above you. And so I'm not going to collide with it. I'm going to smoothly run up the rock.
No, you have spiked fists. You're punching
I'm
through
going to
them.
obliterate through the rock. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got a coin, and I don't think he really punches through the rock, so I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my action, which is my 4 spin dash, and it's not actually going to benefit me in the speed element since I'm already going 6 speed. However, I will be able to spin, and I'm going to move over this ring and jump over this water, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stopping right before this crab meat, hoping that maybe I have another spin card in my hand. That way I can get through him. When are you going to catch up on rings, Knuckles?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
All right. Discard and replenish your hands. Round 10. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. And reveal.
Go. I got a 26 shift.
So I have a 32 power, and that means that I'm able to use my Sonic Boost. And that says when using this power, Sonic cannot be damaged, ignores elevation, and can destroy rocks. That means I'm going to pummel through this crab meat and turn this corner as quickly as possible at a speed of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that means that I'm going to take these.
But you go into the turn in lane 2, which would lower your speed down to 2.
Right. Bummer.
Just making sure that's clear.
I'm going to discard that card and replenish my hand, and then it's over to you.
All right, so now I'm going to play my 26 shift, and I get the option in my action to choose whether to run 1 space or to increase my speed by 1. And since you're already blazing around the corner, I'm going to increase my speed from 5 to 6 and start jumping. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, I misread my card. So I actually jumped into Crab Meat's pincer area, which is both spaces, 2 spaces on the side of Crab Meat. And so if you jump anywhere in between that, you're running into Crab Meat.
So he's very deadly in the middle column.
Yes, he is ideal in the middle column. And so I actually get hit and I lose my rings again. So now the stacks start right where you got hit, and then each next stack goes to your left and to your right, spreading out from around you, much like the video game. So there you go. This is how you fall behind and run into all the beadnicks.
Bad nicks.
Sorry, bad nicks.
All I have to do now is survive the end of this stretch, and you will not be able to beat me.
No.
Right?
We'll see.
Let's see. Well, I'm about to turn this corner, so let's reveal the next 2 pieces of the track. Round 11. So now we've revealed the last 2 stretches of this board, and I'm mildly terrified. But I could really use a spin dash right now, which I don't have. So let's pick one of our other cards.
Right.
In the meantime.
Ready?
No. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
And reveal.
Reveal. I got a 43 spring.
And I have a 59 spring.
Ooh.
So I'm going to run or jump 2 spaces. I'm going to jump 2 spaces, 1, 2, and my current speed is only 2, so that means I'm going to jump 2 more spaces.
Playing it safe over there, I see.
I don't want to lose all these rings. I'm already extremely in the lead.
This is true. And I forgot to mention, actually, when I got hit by the Crab Meat, once you get hit, your speed instantly drops down to 1. So I'm actually only at a speed of 1. And so I'm going to move over 2 spaces to my left and try to get around these spikes.
Okay.
1, 2, and collect this coin.
And in case we haven't already said it, you can never, ever, ever move backwards. So you can't go back and collect those rings.
Nope.
Sonic's all about that forward momentum. All right, to replenish our hands. Round 12.
Okay, so let's play our next round.
Okay. Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Reveal. I have a 54 boost.
And I have a 3 spring, so
All right.
you're definitely going first.
Yes, but it's fine because I'm still taking my time to catch up. I can see you on the other side of the track, and I haven't even made it to the turn yet. And so again, I'm going to choose my action to jump 1 space, and I'm going to jump to the left and get around these spikes. And now we're going to move forward, but I'm only moving at a speed of 1. So Knuckles gets to wave at Sonic as he's zipping by on the other side of the track. And I'm going to replenish my hand.
Okay. So now I'm going to use my spring, which allows me to run or jump up to 2 spaces. I'm going to jump forward 2 spaces, and then my movement is only 2, but I'm going to jump both of the spaces to jump over where the Buzz Bomber would be shooting at the 3 spaces in front of him, which allows me to stop right in front of this elevation, which I do not collide with because I didn't run into it.
Perfect.
Whew. Round 13. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Reveal.
Cool. I have a 31 sprint.
And I have a 46 boost.
Ooh.
So my 46 boost is going to allow me to jump 1 space, which I'm going to use to jump forward onto this platform. And then I have a speed of 2, which allows me to run 2 spaces under the spinner and not take any damage yet.
Pretty smart.
I'm excited, but there's a crab meat coming up and I'm mildly terrified.
Okay, and I'm going to play my 31 sprint, which will increase my speed by 2, which takes me to 3, and I'm going to start running and hopefully get into this turn. 1, 2, 3. Not quite, but I'm catching up.
Round 14. Are you ready for the next round?
Yeah, ready.
Okay.
All right, reveal.
Yep.
I got a 15 sprint.
And I have a 41 break, and I know we've been going really fast in this game, but it's time for me to slow things down.
Right.
So I'm going to decrease my speed by 4. And by that I mean 1, because that's all the lower I can go. But that means I won't run into this crab meat that's right in front of me.
It's pretty smart.
So I'll run forward 1 space,
Hi, Cisco.
discard my card, and then replenish my hand. And there's finally a spin dash on the table.
No, lucky you.
Yep.
All right, so now it's my turn. I'm gonna play my 15 sprint, increase my speed by 2, which will take me to 5, but I'm about to go into the 3 lane, so I'm gonna 1, 2, and then slow down to 3. But I do get to continue my initial 5 movements, so
Right.
I am gonna go 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and now my speed's at 3.
So on your next turn, the maximum that you're going to be able to move is 3.
That's right. So I'm going to take this 16 power.
Great. Round 15.
All right, ready? Got mine.
Sort of. Okay, let's reveal.
Gosh, you got to hit something. You have so many rings.
I know.
Here you go. I got a 45 spin.
And I have a 36 spin dash.
Ooh. Yeah, you got that spin dash. Awesome. Okay, and so I'm going to play my 45 spin, which doesn't really do anything for me right now, so I'm just going to increase my speed, but also that doesn't do anything for me because I'm stuck in the 3-speed track, and I'm already at 3 speed, so I'm just going to move forward. But I am coming up to an elevation, but luckily my ability, Spiked Fists, will allow Knuckles to ignore any elevation that's 1 above him, and he smoothly goes up there. 1, 2, 3, and so I'm up on the platform.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to replenish my hand.
Great. I'm going to use my 36 spin dash, which is honestly the best card I had in my hand, which is not a good omen for me, because I'm going to increase my speed to 4 from 1, since it's a spin dash card. And that will allow me to spin through this crab meat and go 1, 2, 3, 4, stopping in the deep water, which decreases my speed down to 2. But now I'm in a real pickle because I'm at -1 elevation and the platform in front of me is at a +1 elevation. So that would mean I would need to double jump, which is not necessarily possible with Sonic. So I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to get out of that water. Round 16.
Alrighty. So let's reveal. Got a 16 power.
And 11 spring.
Oh, so that's me. Okay, so I'm going to activate Knuckles' power, which while jumping, which I have the option to choose between running and jumping, which I'm going to jump, I can increase my speed by 3. So that's going to take me all the way up to 6, and now we're really hauling. So I'm going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto the other platform. And since I was jumping, I jump over the Buzz Bomber, and I don't get hit. And I get 2 rings for my efforts. And then I replenish my hand. It's your turn, Bebo.
Excellent. So I'm going to jump up to 2 spaces, and that means I'm going to jump 2 spaces over to my right, which I'm still at -1 elevation, and that platform next to me is still at +1 elevation. And I have 2 speed, so I'm just going to have to move forward 2 in this water. Take this ring and slowly make my way out of this water at effectively a snail's pace.
Time to catch up.
I mean, if you can get enough badniks and rings to catch up with me.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
All right, let's replenish our hands and move on to the next round. Round 17. Okay, so let's pick our cards.
Got mine. Ready?
Yep.
Reveal. I have a 35 spring.
I have a 38 boost.
All right, your turn.
So that will then allow me to jump 1 space or increase my speed by 1. I'm only going to jump 1 space because my speed is decreased by 2 anytime I'm in water. Decreased to 2 anytime I'm in water. I jump 1 space and then I move forward 2 spaces. I still cannot get out of this water because the light blue water, the shallow water, is 1 elevation higher than the deep water that I'm currently in.
So you're gonna have to jump next turn.
I have to jump, and I don't know that I have a way to jump.
Well, you get to replenish your hand and draw.
Yeah, all these breaks out here, yeah?
Yeah, but they're all springs
Seems hopeful. Okay.
or bumpers. So you
I'm
can jump.
going to take one of those breaks.
Cool.
Then it's your turn.
All right, it's my turn, and so I have a 35 spring, and I get to choose whether to run or jump up to 2 spaces for my action. And I see spinners around, which would damage me if I jumped. So I'm going to choose to run the 2 spaces right underneath them real first. And then I can take my movement, which I'm moving at a speed of 6, and I can jump. Well, watch this. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and safely jump to the platform.
Wow. I'm so jealous.
Feels so good about that. All right. And replenish my hand.
Round 18.
I'm actually catching up to you now.
Yeah, you are.
Right at the end. Now, if we can just get you to spill those rings.
Not gonna happen, bud.
We'll see. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Ready, go.
Reveal.
So I have a 58 shift.
And I have a 17 break.
Okay. Okay, and so I have a 58 shift, which I am going to use to either run 1 space or increase my speed by 1. And since my limit of speed is at 6, and to get 7, 8, or 9, it can only be activated by...
The accelerators or decelerators on the board.
Yep, I'm going to stay at 6 and choose to just run 1 space, and my spike fists will get me up on the rock with no hesitation, and then I will move 6. So I'm going to join you in... Oh, no, I take that back. My movement is actually jumping, so I'm going to continue to jump and jump past Sonic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the first time in the game. Collect 2 coins, and now it's your turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I turned my 17 break on, which means I'm going to decrease my speed by 1 and jump my butt out of this deep water into some shallow water.
Yay!
I made it out of the water. And then I'm going to replenish my hand.
Cool.
Round 19. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, ready. And reveal.
Yep.
I got a 50 shift.
And I got a 5 spin, and I had to play that card because it was the only one that I had in my hand that would allow me to not be damaged by the badnik in front of me, and I'm trying to save all of my rings at this final stretch.
That's wonderful, but the shift is so much better right here at the end because I get to choose whether to run 1 space or increase my speed by 1. And so I'm actually going to choose to run 1 space to the right and get in Bebo Sonic's lane and get all those rings right in front of her right at the end. I may not win, but this feels wonderful. And my speed doesn't change, and so I'm going to go 6 and hop over the finish line and get these 4 rings out of your way for you, so you have a nice clear path to finish the race.
Thanks, you're so sweet. And even though Knuckles has technically crossed the finish line,
Woo.
that doesn't mean that the game is over. I still get to play any cards in my hand to get me over that finish line, and the winner at the end of the game is the player who has the most total badniks plus rings. So I'm of course going to spin into this badnik. My speed is only 1. I just spin into him and collect him. This little tiny Moto bug. And now I need to see... Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to finish with the cards in your hand. So Bebo doesn't get to replace any cards that she's played or replenish her deck. She just has to finish out with what she has there.
Right, and currently I have 1 break and 2 sprints in my hand, so I'm not going to be able to change lanes. I'm actively stuck in the same lane as you, and I've got to play a sprint, which gives me speed plus 2, puts me right in front of
1, 2, 3.
the finish line, and I'll play my other sprint
To finish it out.
to finish it off.
Woo! Welcome to Champion
So
Circle.
now we're going to count up our total rings and badniks.
Okay, so with a total of 9 rings and only 1 badnik, I have 10 points.
And I finished with 18.
Ooh.
But part of that was that you did make some mistakes in the early game and ran into some things, lost some rings.
True, true.
And had you played your cards right there at the end, I feel like maybe you could have caught up, but you avoided the badniks.
I was just hoping the whole time that you were going to run into something and spill those beautiful rings.
No, it wasn't going to happen.
Well, maybe next time.
Maybe. And that's how you play Sonic the Hedgehog Battle Racers. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and the designer, Benjamin Yamato, will be happy to answer them for you. Also, keep an eye out for our video that's going up on Sunday, which will be a Kickstarter live video, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have there. Of course, you can leave them here, and Benjamin would also be happy to answer them in the video. Make sure that you watch all the way to the very end because we have a very exciting announcement right at the end of the video. Thanks again for watching our videos, and make sure that you back Sonic the Hedgehog Battle Racers on Kickstarter and tune into our live stream this Sunday.